Ukraine martial law uncensored. Ukraine is under martial law in 10 regions of Ukraine. This you likely already know, guys, but now you're going to learn uncensored truth about what's really happening, boots on the ground, what is the mood of Ukrainian people and what mainstream media doesn't want you to know actually. My name is Vita. Welcome to special edition Ask Vita Live, where you will understand the truth about current conflict with Russia. Don't forget, guys, that also I'm ready to answer all your questions today, as always, regarding this topic or regarding relationship with Ukrainian women, but I think this is a hot burning topic for today. And you remember that today I have one more good news for you. Immediately after my stream, Ivanka comes with her stream outside on the streets of the Sumy, just interviewing people on the street and asking about their opinion about martial law in Ukraine, if it can influence our everyday life. So please stay tuned, stay with us, join our conversation today, and also please join Ivanka's stream, support her, and I think it will be very interesting for you also to listen not only my opinion, not only to read some articles or watch some TV news, but really to hear real genuine answers. It will be interviewed today not only women, not only young, nice and beautiful Ukrainian ladies, but also men, older women, so just every single person whom she can meet on the street and who will be okay to get their answer, to give their answer. Okay, guys, also please don't forget to subscribe to our channel by simply clicking notification bell button in the lower right of the screen, guys. And don't forget, we are coming up for you specially 3 times per week, every Thursday, which is 6 a.m. Eastern time, and also Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So stay with us, be active, listen to some information, and of course you're welcome to ask some questions. Hello Harry, thanks for joining us. Hello Rodney, you are in time today. Thanks, very nice. So guys, as a consequence of open aggression of Russia towards Ukrainian military in Ukraine yesterday, November 28th, was implemented martial law. So as you know, November 25th, Russian border ship vessels rammed Ukrainian military tug, which was going to Mariupol. At the exit of Kerch Strait, Russian border ships opened fire. By the way, you know, they should actually warn them first vocally with their voice, right? And only then should make warning shots. But they opened the fire exactly into the engine of ships. So as a result, for now, 6 Ukrainian soldiers were injured, 23 were taken as prisoners, and also Russians seized 3 Ukrainian ships. So Russian claims that our ship not legally trespassed closed water area and moved forward along the Kerch Strait. But the opinion of military specialists, Russia could openly attack Ukrainian ships just intentionally. I want you to know that it doesn't mean for now that also Russia is ready to attack the whole territory of Ukraine for now, but such risk exists as well. It's too risky for Russia right now because, you know, a lot of financial sanctions can be implemented against them. So, but still, there is an option also that by implementing the martial law, the present government, you know, our president, is trying to prolong the time of his ruling, also trying to postpone his re-elections. So it can be, I want you to understand, it can be a lot of options, a lot of ideas and suggestions regarding this specific situation. And I also don't want to mislead you guys, don't want to mislead someone. You should understand, I'm not the politician. I can just give you some clear facts and what is going on here, what is happening, just maybe to prevent you from some steps, and maybe that you can have a better, clear understanding, because I understand for foreign people it's more difficult to get like hot burning news, you know, because we are local people, we are exchanging information during some social networks, and obviously we have sometimes much more information regarding this situation. Yeah, Rodney, it's not like nightmare events right now, okay? I want you guys to calm down. Don't make panic. It's not so scary as it sounds, at least for now, okay? I cannot control the process, and I am not sure what is going to happen maybe next week, you know, but for now everything is fine, okay? And I also want to give you some more ideas that maybe you can make some of your own conclusions, and we can discuss those conclusions. There is an idea that Russia will try to push away Ukraine from Azov Sea during this coming winter, because they have some hidden interest there. Nobody knows what's the interest, but it can be also concerning the ruining Kerch Bridge now. You know, this Kerch Bridge, and due to some ecological issues, it keeps falling, and that's why Soviet Union couldn't actually build it till the end and in proper way. It was taking a lot of efforts, a lot of financial resources, but still that won't perfect, and year by year it keeps ruining and falling down. So, and you know, if it falls, actually it can cause a lot of damage, and damage actually the ecological situation at that area. Also, guys, above and Black Sea is the theater now for further actions for Russia. Actually, martial law was relevant, as people say now, just simple people. It was relevant in 2014, 2015, when just the war started, and where we had very hot time, you know, fighting with Russia in Donetsk, in Ilovaisk, some of those special places. There really we had a lot of damages, and a lot of people died there. You know, and actually during that war it was more people killed than during Afghanistan war. So for you to understand the level of this damage, the extent, you know, at that time it was quite relevant and actual, but people don't understand why it's now. And of course it can be just a coincidence because of future elections, or it can be a performance or kind of agreements between two presidents. There are a lot of guessings and gossips, you know, a lot of suggestions, but actually we simple people, we never know what actually is going on. Maybe later. At least now people ask the question, why not then and why now? So martial law obviously will postpone all elections, which should be actually March 31st. And though politicians say now it won't be postponed, but it's anyway written in the law. And we don't know how the process will go on. Maybe it will be emergency, maybe it will get in worse, and we need to prolong, because for now martial law is implemented just for 30 days, though Turchinov offered to do it for 60 days, but you know, European authorities just suggested to do it just 30 days for now, in order not to influence elections in the nearest future. So we'll see actually. And you know, some simple people, some just population, they consider this martial law as a fake, and they don't agree with that. So there is a specific mood among the population, you know, a lot of people angry, unsatisfied. They try to protest, they gather some meetings in few cities. It's not so much scary for now, but it looks like can be something a little bit later, maybe even next Maidan. I'm not sure, I don't want to tell just to tell my opinion, because it will be just my own judgment, but obviously people exchanging different opinions, and majority of these opinions, of course, very negative towards the present government and president, and people have a lot of complaints right now. Everybody knows that during the martial law, it's one of the rule, one of the law. People cannot be organized and cannot meet and cannot do some protests, rebellions or something like this. But you know, Ukrainian people, they're quite rebellious, and they had enough actually right now. So I think if people really will decide together and to do something, nobody can stop them. And if this process will be started, it will be, I guess, out of control. So it will be kind of a tornado wave or something, you know. But for now, all good. For now, all good. Nothing special happens in our everyday life. And I will give you some more information about this conflict actually. You know, there was also some meeting kind of protest action at the western part of Ukraine. It was quite big, and even few buses with the soldiers were sent there. But it was regarding, this conflict was regarding a new law, which was established also November 25th, about the cars with foreign registration. Maybe you know, maybe you heard, especially guys from Europe. A lot of Ukrainian people bring cars from Poland, Denmark, Lithuania, because it's much cheaper there and of much more condition, of course, because they were not used on our Ukrainian roads. And now the new law came up, and actually all cars with foreign registration, which we have now in Ukraine, it's more than 2.5 million. And they should be, of course, all registered and legalized in Ukraine with much more higher fees. People don't agree with this law and promise new protest actions coming these weekends. So I'm not sure how much it will be, for what extent, but people were blocking roads, border roads to the Poland at the customs. They didn't let buses and cars pass across the border, and actually they were burning the tires, you know. So it was like, it was nothing like horrible, but still, and you should understand, if we count every owner of that cars with foreign registration, and if it's just 2.5 million of people in Ukraine, and if you add members of their family, like mothers, brothers, sisters, sons, you know, so it can be up to 4 or 5 million people. And if all those people will be angry, and now people very angry, so it can be also not a good situation, even due to this law, and people lost their money. And now people in such position that even actually they should leave those cars on the streets, because it's even will be prohibited at the car repair station to repair those cars. So if they're not officially registered here, and if they're still on the foreign registration, people actually cannot repair, cannot sell them. So the only way out will be just to leave them on the street, or just to sell as a special amount of metal, you know, like counting the kilograms or something. That's the only way. And of course the prices for customs clearance is much higher, and there is a new demand also. So people actually not satisfied, and the mood is not good. Also, you know, the payment and expenses for gas and electricity and heats were increased very much, and people just not able to pay. And also a lot of people in some cities also trying to organize some protest actions, some meetings, just to get the prices back. Anyway, you know, I want also to give you some fact. When this new law was established, 25th of November, during the first 8 hours of activity of this new law, 140 cars were returned to Poland from the customs, because all the owners just denied to pay the customs clearance tax. So you can understand the measurement of event, right? Also, they say any of these cars not being registered officially in Ukraine, so under foreign registration, can be easily taken by any governmental authority just on the street if their lack of cars due to this martial law right now. So right now you understand we have a lot of cars. If you look in some streets and roads in Sumy, like every second, every third car is under foreign registration. So police, of course, will take over control right now. They will stop every car with the foreign numbers, with the foreign registration. And if they decide, you know, it can be like overuse of power of policemen and some authorities like deputies or something. If they decide they need this car, they lack of some vehicles, they can easily take, and they have right for this. You understand what will be the reaction of people if the person paid like $2,000, even $3,000, maybe $4,000, but if it's still under the foreign registration, so if somebody can easily take it and not give back, so you can understand what will be the reaction. Guys, it also says about some facts. It also says that Russia brought some rocket groups like Iskander, equipped by a nuclear weapon, to the border of Ukraine. Also, some rocket groups were brought to occupied Kerch. A lot of news that you can come across, that he concentrated now a lot of military equipment, like let's say 480 tanks ready to attack just 18 kilometers from the border, also 120 airplanes, and 35,000 of soldiers at the border with Ukraine. So we never know why. Probably we have some chance to be attacked. Probably it's just training, or he's just maybe it's just preventive measurements, but actually nobody knows. I can tell you this for sure, if it's truth or not, but what news tells and what some resources informs us. You know, also I want to tell you that for now, this information is for those who plans to come to Ukraine, who wants to meet their ladies, or maybe have some business trip, or just want to come as a tourist. For now, it's obviously safe and secure here. People live their everyday life, people go to work, people attend schools, kindergartens, hospitals, everything like the same. And for now, no curfews, you know. So we are not limited by moving along the city, like in specific night hours or something for now. If it will be some emergency, or if the situation will get worse, of course we will be announced about such preventive measurements, okay? And of course I will keep you updated. I want to let you know that as far as we have some news, you remember we meet with you next time on Saturday and Sunday, so if I have some news to share with you, of course I will keep you updated and I will let you know. I think maybe it's not the best idea now to fly here. Nothing special happens at the airport, Borispil airport. They promise us that there will be no limitations. There will be no limitations for incoming or outcoming for foreigners. They promise everything will be working fine and everything will be in time as it's scheduled. But I think maybe it's better to wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks to see how the process will go on. Guys, for now I need to do some break as always. I will be back just in 2-3 minutes. Please stay with me and prepare your questions. Okay, I will give you a little bit more information and then we can discuss it with you. Don't forget to subscribe our channel if you still didn't do it. You can simply click a notification bell button in the lower right of the screen. Okay, and don't forget that also Ivanka is coming right after me with her amazing video online stream outside, and she will be just interviewing people, asking their true opinion. And I think for you it will be the most interesting event, because you can get the opinion of just normal people, what they think about this, how it influences their everyday life, and maybe it can give you better idea. So stay with us. I'll be back just in 2 minutes, and I remind you, today we are discussing martial law in Ukraine.